Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much for joining today's webinar. Um, Today's webinar subject is Fury for digitalizing plant maintenance process, and there will be. My name is Murli. I will be moderating this session. Along with me, I have Mr. Ashish, who will be giving application brief and demonstration of the application. He's a subject matter expert in plant maintenance with um, experience majorly in along with SAP plant maintenance as well as complete asset management experience for more than 10 plus years. So before starting the application demo and application brief, I wanted to take you through very quickly about the organization so that you will get to know who we are and what we do. So at Crave Infotech, we are 13 years old organization, operational from 2007. And right from our inception, we are very closely working with SAP, having all three level of partnership with SAP, SAP Sale, Build, Service. And along with SAP, we have Zebra Premium Partner. Zebra is mobile computing manufacturers, devices manufacturer globally. And we have ISV as well as reseller partnership with Zebra. And along with Zebra, we also have partnership with Here Technologies for ISV and reseller. Here is global solutions provider for geo enablement. We have our head office in New Jersey and physical basis or rather presence in USA, India, Brazil and Africa, and from there we are serving our global customers. So we have customer base in North America, Europe, Africa and Asia. So just to in very brief, these are our services. We predominantly work in digital transformation using SAP Intelligent Enterprise. So in SAP Intelligent Enterprise, we work in SAP ECC, S4. Here we provide all implementation, customization, migration, and support services. And along with that, we have also SAP Cloud Platform Services, SAP BTP Business Technology Platform, wherein we work with SAP for SAP AI, RPA, and we also have our own prepackaged solutions. So we have 40 plus prepackaged solutions which are also available on SAP App Center. So I'm just talking about SAP because we have been closely associated with SAP from our inception, but it does not mean that we are working only for SAP customers. We also work for non-SAP customers, and our solutions work for non-SAP customers as well. So right hand side, if you look at, these are the focus areas: warehouse or rather business verticals, we'll say warehouse management, enterprise asset management, field service and supply chain, and BTP. So these are just um, some major customers to our credit. We work in pharma industry, we work in oil and gas, utility, chemical, manufacturing, CPG. These are the areas we covered through our applications, and working with some of the very known players in respective industries in India as well as globally. So coming to today's subject, enterprise asset management for Fury applications. So before starting the application brief, I just wanted to brief you about, these are the three typical kind of users of the applications when we talk about enterprise asset management. These are three roles: maintenance engineer, maintenance planner, and plant head. And every user has his own set of issues or challenges and expectations when we talk about any automation. So for example, when we talk about maintenance engineer, he says, I spend most of my time on data collection and data entry. So his pain area is different. He's spending a lot of time with a paper-based activity in data collection, data entry. Most of my decisions are based on experience and gut feeling. So he's expecting the intelligence from the system where he can, which will help him to perform perform the operations with reducing his time on data entry and data collection. Similarly, maintenance planner, when he look at it, his expectation is how, I mean, the equipment performance, risk, maintenance data are sitting in silos. Okay, he has that pain area. So how the system can help him to plan better. Okay, in a enterprise asset management, and the plant head, he is looking for, of course, his expectation is how I can optimize my cost, how I can increase my productivity, how the because the maintenance budget decisions are not based on scientific methods at present, and how system can help me there. Okay, how the digital technologies can help, and like IoT or machine learning can help to reduce the maintenance cost and increase assets availability. So these are the typical expectations of different roles when we talk about the automation of asset management. Normally, see, when we talk about intelligent asset management from Crave, okay, this is the maturity model we want to take you through. Normally, still even many of the organizations, they are in a reactive maintenance. So they wait until the machine fails and then undertake the maintenance. Now the journey has to from reactive to preventive and preventive to predictive. So these are the stages and of the maturity model of asset management, and we from Crave will help you over there. So when we talk about the maturity model of asset management and for asset performance and automation, there are four stages we go through, right? So first stage is data collection, system of records, and normally this is taken care by your backend ERP. So equipment master, BOM, order processing, calibration. So these all are available in your ERP. So which we call it as a system of record. From system of record, we have to do the data acquisition, and how we do that? We use IoT, we use collaborative tools. We also use workforce management in collaboration platform or network. We use IoT platform, we use sensors, big data, um, machine learning. So through using these tools, we do the data acquisition, then we do the analysis, right? Performance, perform risk and strategy assessment, predictive analysis, and then we do the corrective actions. So these are the four stages of the automation and enhance the asset performance. So through Crave, how we can help you in, if you have in your backend ERP, normally the flexible scheduling, flexible dispatches, they are taken care of. In a web application or Fury based application, what we do is we are taking care of this online application tracking and map based dispatches, planning workbench and approvals. And in mobile applications, we are taking care of completely planning workbench, WCM, flexible scheduling and dispatch, asset inventory and inspection. So entire process is covered in through the mobile application, asset manager or calibration application. Now coming to Crave application, before I request Ashish to brief you about the application and the demonstration, I just wanted to give you some brief about the portfolio we are covering over here when we talk about enterprise asset management. So we have preventive, corrective, breakdown maintenance, facility maintenance, calibration. These all modules we are covering in our application when we take care of the complete asset management automation. And these are some of the key features. Our applications, they are on premise and cloud of we do offer the application with on premise as well as cloud offering. Then single sign on integrated with SAP as well as non SAP ERPs. Then this is out of box product configurable to customer needs. Okay, this also is validated by Zebra, and because when we talk about being a partner of Zebra, our all applications are validated by Zebra for memory leakage, battery usage, and so on. So we also provide role-based access, audit trail, validations. These are certain features from pharma industry point of view, very important, and we are taking care of all those things in our application. So with this, I think I will not take more time and I will hand over it to Ashish so that he will brief you about the application and uh, take you through the application demo. So over to you, Ashish.
Thank you, Murli.
Yeah. Would you like to share your screen or?
Yes, I will share my screen.
Okay.
So I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, we can see your screen, Ashish.
Yeah. So hello everyone. So today I will demonstrate the plant maintenance mobile application and solutions that we have. So like before starting that, I will show like what type of a solution we have. So this we have the applications for preventive maintenance process, calibration, breakdown and general maintenance. If you are using you have the warehouse, then we have the mobile application for the warehouse management as well. So today I will demonstrate the calibration and preventive solution for the plant maintenance. So this one is the first where Crave app configuration. So all these mobile applications are configurable, like field level configurable, user level configuration. Like if you have the multiple plants, but both plants are using the different processes, or some plants required the specific field and one plant is required another field. So that level configuration is also available in this mobile app. And here like the access will be available to the main administrator person, and he can change, add or disable this specific field. So that type of a configuration is available. So like app configuration, screen configuration. So in the screen view, like if you want to use the application in your mobile, so that type of a configuration is also possible by using this application. Then user level configuration, if you have multiple users available in plant, and sometimes if you have the user from the vendor side, so for those also you can provide the access for this mobile application. So that will be handled to this user configuration. So these are the synchronization objects, means which entity or which call we have to provide, so that we can enable or disable by using this. Then here it will store the all user logs activity, what user has did, when it is log out, if user is doing any changes, so that will be available as a part of the audit log. And these are the dynamic menu. So I will show you one process flow how it will work. So I will start from the preventive maintenance. So like for the preventive maintenance, the same solution we can use for the facility maintenance as well. And this solution works in the offline. First time user has to log into the application, and then the whole activity that like most of the industries are using the manual work, where the person is capturing the observations on the paper. So instead of the paper, user can capture the activity in the mobile device, and whenever the network is available, that time user will just sync. So all the data, whatever the user has captured, will transfer to the system. So apart from that, here we have added the features like user, if user is doing the preventive maintenance and they want to capture required some spare parts. So that one also user can use. So we have the provision for equipment BOM and non-BOM material. So these are the some key functionalities for preventive maintenance solution. So whatever the list of maintenance order, whatever the orders are available in your system, that will be displayed in the tablet. Then user dashboard, here like planner or supervisor can see how many orders are available, how many orders completed for the month, how many are in progress, if orders are overdue. So that's a complete view of the orders and your maintenance activity displayed in the dashboard. Options like self assignment, release order, like most of the industry they want the scenario like approval process, but it is not inbuilt in the SAP. You have to do the customization. So in this application it is inbuilt available. Like in the offline, user can take the pre-approval from the business person. If the technician is going to start the maintenance activity, so before that he will ask that owner of the equipment to provide the approval. So that one is also available here. Then offline label printing. Suppose you want to like in the preventive maintenance case, calibration, user has to stick the label after completion of the maintenance. So that time if you are using the offline Bluetooth printer, so this application is integrated with the Bluetooth printer. So on field only user can take the printout of the label and stick on the equipment. Then equipment history is available. So in the equipment history, if some breakdown is happen or user is doing the maintenance, and user want to see the past data, like in the past which material or spare part is used, who has attended this specific maintenance. So all these details will be available in the equipment history. Then in the preventive maintenance case, calibration, user has to maintain the paper. So lots of papers are in waste, or for the audit purpose, every time you have to keep all the paper. So the costing is also increases due to the paper and maintenance activity as well. So to avoid that, whenever the user has completed the work from the mobile, so we will provide one final maintenance report. So like in the audit, if auditor is asked to show me the maintenance for this specific equipment, so you have to just add that specific order number or equipment number for that maintenance, and you will get the report. So in the report you will get which person has executed the order, what was the total duration captured for the maintenance activity, then date and time stamp will be available in the final maintenance report. So apart from that, barcode is available and offline observation capturing. So these are the some key functionalities. Then benefits is like this solution is totally paperless. Then there will be increase in productivity because you don't need to again record the observation in the system. Then reduction in TCO. Then 80% efficiency follow-up jobs here. These are the some key benefits of the preventive maintenance. So here, the process flow that we have mapped in the mobile application is like this, where all the your maintenance orders will be generated in the system only. So it will be available in the SAP or whatever the systems you have. Then in the mobile side, whenever the first time user will log in into the application, here you will get the list of open orders like our IW 38, 39. So that list of open orders will be available in the application. Then if you have the scenario like supervisor can assign the work to the technician, or if scenario like technician can self assign the work. So both scenarios are available. So user can assign the work, user can release the that specific order from the mobile only. Then next step will be the pre-approval. So from this step, the whole activity will work in the offline. So this icon denotes that this functionality will happen in the offline. So pre-approval, then equipment verification, user can start the work, observation capture, material reservation, work confirmation. So this activity will happen in the offline. Then once the activity is done, then that specific technician will hand over the equipment or instrument to the owner or business person, and he will take the post approval. So again in the post approval, that business person will enter his SPI ID and PIN. So there will be a proof that the equipment is hand over to the business and at what time it was hand over. So all these details will be available. Then once this activity is done, then supervisor will check, verify it that everything is done properly or not, and he will provide his approval. So this one is a supervisor approval, block number 7. Then if you want to print the label from the application only, so yes, point number 8, user can print the label in the offline. And once the whole activity is done, or at the end of the day, like user will come into the engineering area or where the network is available, and user will click on the sync. So all the data, whatever the activity user has captured in the offline, that will upload to the system. So means currently if you are doing the manually, you will come into the office and again we'll enter this data into the SAP or any system. So that all steps will be removed and user just need to click on the sync, and the mobile application will upload the data to the system. Then point number 10, like if you want to see the report, all details, what observations user has captured, so that will be available in the SAP. So I will show one demo for this preventive maintenance. How the application will work, that I will show. So this one will be the login screen for the preventive maintenance application. So when first user will log in by his ID and password. So once user login into the application, here user will get the list of orders. So these orders will be like open orders, means which comes within the tolerance, and user wants to do the maintenance of that specific equipment. So these orders list will be available. So if you have a scenario like the supervisor can assign the work to the technician, so that time the supervisor will assign the work to the technician. So here open orders, my orders, and overdue orders are available. So in the open orders, the first step is like user can assign the work. So before that, if you have like thousands of orders available in the system for that specific month or specific duration, and you want to search, so yes, the search is provided. The search will work based on any field like order number, system status, and this application is totally configurable. It means like if you don't want system status field, so we can remove it, and if want some other field, so that also we can add. So it is just part of the configuration. Then if you want to search it based on the date, so here we have added the like date. So here user can filter it based on the date criteria. So the first step will be the work assignment. So here I'm assigning the work. So once the work is assigned, it will display in the my orders bucket. So now I have assigned order 860041. So now it is displaying in my orders tab. So another tab is the overdue orders. If you are, this application is specific to the preventive maintenance. So if you have any maintenance which is overdue, so in the app only you will get the idea like these are the orders and these orders are overdue. So like if you have the process like QA approval or something, so that you can follow as per the SOP. Then once the order is assigned, you can start the work on it. So for starting the work, user has to click on this row. So once you click on it, it will redirect to the order details screen. So in the order details screen, it will display the whole details of that specific equipment. So now I am doing the equipment preventive maintenance of this cooling coil temperature. So for this equipment, what are the details like order number, equipment number, tag ID, locations, all these details are available. And in the bottom, you will have the options like checklist, material, and history. So right now my checklist, whatever the observations or checklist you have assigned in the SAP, that will be available here. So first step is user has to do start the work. So I will click on the start order. So whenever I will click on the start order, if any other order is already started, so it will just ask for the confirmation pop-up. Once the confirmation is done, so first step will be the business pre-approval. So if I am the technician, I will visit at the production area, and I have to do the maintenance of that specific equipment. So the owner of the equipment will provide the pre-approval here. So he will add his IDs. Suppose I have added this one, he will enter the PIN. And then submit. So once the pre-approval is done, if the credentials are validated, everything is, it will display the equipment history. So in the equipment history, like for that specific equipment, what happened in the past, so that details will be available. Then start order. So now I have started the work. So here it will capture the date and time. Now, once I have started the work, then I can capture the observation. Suppose for the first operation, I have started and there is no observation. So point is okay. So I will select it as a yes. For the second observation, for the second point, I will do the activity. I will start the work. And suppose for the second point, if there is some observation, so I will select it as a no. And for the no, if I want to add the comment, so I will like mention here. User can add the comment here. And then okay. So for point yes as well, you can add the remark. Then suppose I have, for this point I have added selected it as there is some observation, point is not okay, and I want to add the material. So you have to just click on this material tab. So here there will be option like if you are using the equipment BOM, so that list will be available in the add BOM. If you are not using the equipment BOM, you want to see all the orders, materials which are available for your plant. So you can just click on it. So here you will get the list of orders. So from the list of orders, here the fuzzy search is available. User can search it. Suppose I want bearing, so I will select it. Here for which operation you want, that you have to select. Then how many quantity required, that you will add, and click on OK. So once you have added here, the material is you have added. If you want to add the multiple materials, so yes, you can add it from the list. Now once the material is added, so user has to sync. So till now the activity was working in the offline, but if you want to get the reservation number before issuing the material from the warehouse, so that time user has to click on sync. So here reservation number will generate, and based on that reservation number, the warehouse person will provide the material to the technician. Then the same way user will capture the remaining points. So once all the points are captured, here also we have added options for the history, same which was displayed at this time of starting the order. So once the whole activity is done, user will confirm the work. So once you click on the confirm, it will ask for the digital approval. So that time as well, the login person will enter his credentials and will confirm the activity. So once it is confirmed, so after confirm, it will not allow you to do any changes. It will available for the display purpose and material, everything. Then the supervisor will come. Supervisor will check that the user has captured all activity or not properly, and then user will do the supervisor will do the sign off. So at the time of sign off, user will add his credentials. Supervisor will add his credentials. With remark and submit it. So once it is submitted, the order will be completed. And after completing the order, once user click on the sync data, so it will upload all the details to the system. And once the order is technically complete or complete, it will not display in this application. It will be available in the web bus or SAP that the order is completed. Now for the audit purpose, if you user want to check the report, so that one template I will show how it will display. Suppose so this one is the one dummy application template. So this type of a report will be available for the maintenance in the system. So at the time of audit, user will just enter the order number, and this report will be available where user will get the administrative details, location details. Then for each point, if you are entering it as a yes or no, or we can say it as okay or not okay, so that observation tick marks will be available, and whatever the remark user has entered, that will be available here. And in the bottom, it will show the digital signature with date and time stamp, like when the maintenance was started, and what is the end date type of the maintenance, total maintenance duration, the which person has attended the maintenance. So these details will be available in the bottom. And here, like the accepted, so the person like supervisor who has accepted the maintenance, so that digital signature will be available here. And here the done by. So this report is a configurable. So based on any customer requirement or business requirement, we can add here. Then next application I will demonstrate you for the calibration. So like calibration is available integrated with the QM module as well as with the based on the measuring points. So that I will demonstrate. So like for the calibration process, the assignment, login, the process is same. So instead of capturing the observations, which we have captured right now in the preventive, here user will have the option to capture the observations. So like most of the industries are doing calibration manually. So in that case, you don't have like readings. So if the readings are available, it is based on, it is available on the paper only. So by using this application, user can, instead of capturing the results or readings on the paper, user can capture it on the mobile application. And once user sync, so all the readings will be available in the system. And from the system, you can download the certificate for that specific order and final report. So these are the some key functionalities for the calibration process. So where we can release the order, we can create the inspection lot. So all the MICs, like if you want to calculate pressure, temperature, so all these details, MICs will be available, and this application will also work in the offline. So these are the some key functionalities. So I will show you the demo, how the application will work for the calibration. So in case of the calibration, this will be the login screen where user will log in by using his ID and password. So once login, so in case of calibration, it will display the list of orders which are due for the calibration activity, that will display. Now, if thousands of orders are available and user want to just know the some description of that specific instrument, so user can search it. Suppose I want to search like oxygen, so I will just enter oxygen and I will search it. So it will display the all the orders which comes with the oxygen. So now if you want to search based on the date, so that one is also available here. So user can filter it out based on the from date and to date of the calibration schedule. So this option is also available. Then first step will be, so if we want to show like some additional fields, so that will be available on this icon info, where it will display the criticality ranking, equipment description, all the details available here. Now the first step will be the work assignment. So in case of work assignment, user will assign the work. So I have assigned the one order, so it will display here. So like in case of calibration, user wants to assign the multiple orders and you want to do the multiple orders at a time, like temperature sensor or something. So that time user can assign the multiple orders as well from the list. So user will assign this work from the engineering or where the network is available, and then user can do the activity in the offline. So these are the list of my orders. Means today I have to work on these orders. So here the first step will be, user has to click on this row. So once you click on this specific order, here it will display the calibration details, instrument details for that specific instrument. So here fields like calibration range, instrument range, acceptable limit, criticality ranking. So all these details for that instrument will display to the user on one page. And here we have configured the scenario. So scenario, like this is a configurable flow where first step will be user has to capture the master instrument, then pre-approval, measurement. So this is configurable. So as a standard process, we have added these checks, but like as per your business requirement, if you don't want like pre-approval or something, so from the configurable, we can remove it. So the first step in case of the calibration will be the select master. So for performing the calibration of this instrument, suppose I want specific master instrument, or if your vendor is coming with the master instrument, so that details we will, as a part of the master data, we will store in the system. And at the time of performing the calibration, it will available for the selection here. So now suppose I want like pressure calibrator or something, so that I will select, add here. So for performing the calibration of this instrument, I want this master instrument that I have added. So once you have added the master instrument, so right now if you see the inspection lot number is not available. So once you click on the release, so it will send a request to the SAP or your system and it will download the inspection lot number. So now see the inspection lot number is generated here. Now automatically once my order is released done, inspection lot generated, it redirected me to the pre-approval steps. So here in the pre-approval, you have the options like before starting the calibration activity, the person technician will visit in the production department, and he will ask that specific owner of the equipment or instrument to provide the pre-approval. So that person will click from the tablet on this button and he will enter his ID. And he will enter the comment. So once these details are added on the submit, the system will validate that user has entered the correct credentials or not. So from this step, the whole process will work in the offline only. So done. So I have done the pre-approval. So here you will get that digitally pre-approved with this user ID, date and time. Then the next step will be verify instrument. So if you are using the barcode, if the barcode is available at your equipment or instrument, so we have provided this functionality to verify that user is doing the maintenance or calibration of the same equipment or instrument. Okay, so if I click on the verify instrument, the barcode is available, then user needs to just click on the scan, and by using the mobile or device camera, user can scan the barcode. If currently the barcode is not available, if you are planning in the future, so that time here we have provided the options like verify manually. So in case of verify manually, you have to just click here. Once you click on this specific checkbox, the user can manually validate like this instrument number and this instrument. If it is same, then user can proceed for the calibration. So it will avoid like many times the person is starting the calibration, but here user will capture the reading for some other instrument. So to avoid that, we have added this step for the verify instrument. Once the verify instrument is done, so now user will start the order. So this start time will be automatically captured based on your system or device date and time. And whenever user will click on this, so this time will be captured as a actual start date time for the work, which generally user captures in the IW 4142 for the confirmation. So I will click on start order, click on OK. Okay. So now I have started the work. Now, if you see here in the measurement section, here whatever the raw data sheet, like if you are doing the manually in the raw data sheet on the paper, the user will get the list of like characteristics, description, and what is the target master reading. So that will be available. So here the same things we are displaying in the mobile, and user just need to add here the whatever the result he is getting. Suppose at 10, so, and my suppose acceptable limit is 0.2, so we are displaying the high low. So before, to avoid any error or something, like sometimes user is getting the value in the master instrument something different, but he is entering the wrong values. So to avoid that, we are whenever the user will enter the result, we are displaying that the specific for that specific reading, the result is pass or fail. So now suppose if I will add my reading outside the limit 10.7. So if you can see, the color of this specific reading is changed, and here at the runtime technician will get that this reading is going outside the limit. So that specific person will recheck in the instrument, uh, master instrument, that reading entered is correct or not. Like if you have the if you want the solution, like for each reading you want to take the photos of that specific reading, so that provision is also available here. We can show like one option for taking the picture, and for each reading we can capture the screenshot. So now I will change it to the 10.4. So 10.4 is coming between the high and low, so my reading is for this point my reading is pass. Then if you have the multiple options, multiple readings you want to capture, then you can capture it. I will add 20. Then suppose 25.1. So this is my error, but it is within the low and high, so it is displaying as a pass. So once the user has captured the reading, so user can save the readings. So after save, if user want to add the additional information, so additional information like receiving condition of the instrument, then room temperature, what was the room temperature at the time of executing the calibration, so that user can add humidity. So this will be the technician remark comment. So he will add calibration done. And save it. So once this activity is done, user can confirm and proceed. So after confirm, there will be a check by. So the supervisor will check and validate. So if you are if you have the SAP system and it is integrated with the QM module, so that time in the check by you can do it as a usage decision. So if the supervisor will click on this, so if your all readings entered in the measurement sections are passed, so automatically it will show like can be used. So he will add his details for the check by pin, and then so this will be the digitally approved. Then the last will be the like equipment release approval. So after completing the calibration, the technician will hand over the instrument to the owner of the instrument, business person. So that time the business person will provide the approval. Once the whole activity is done, so user can sync the data, and once the data is synced in the system, so right now if like vendor is providing the calibration certificate, or if you are doing the manually, then you are entering the readings and then you are taking the report, or you are maintaining the papers in the files. So to avoid that, we have provided the one like report, so that I will show. So this type of a report will be available in the calibration. So calibration report details like equipment, and on this equipment, which instrument you want to calibrate, that details will be available. Then along with that, here you will get the instrument details. For that, which master instrument you have selected, that details will be also available. And in the bottom you will get the points like performed by and which person has approved it, that details with name and date and stamp will be available. And in the second page you will get whatever the readings you have captured, so that readings will be available for the calibration of specific instrument. Suppose I have captured 2 points, so it will display the 2 points here with your measuring value and whatever the result. And if all my points are passed and instrument can be used, so that check usage decision result will be displayed along with the date and time and remark. So this is the calibration solution. So these are the plant maintenance solutions we have. And apart from that, we also have the breakdown solution where user can raise the notification. Then engineering team can assign the work, create the work order. So this type of maintenance solutions we have. Right? Yeah, Paresh.
Yes. I think now over to Murli sir.
Yeah, yes. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ashish. It was a really wonderful demo. So, Paresh, there are two things. One is we'll have to run the question poll, right? So, for audience, we wanted to run quickly one question poll, which will help us to understand if you are facing any challenges at your end and how we can help you in one-to-one conversation with you. So, Paresh, can you run the question poll?
Yes, I will run.
And after that, we will take the question and answer. Yeah, Q&A. So, so request you all participants to please give us your poll on these questions. So the first question was, are you currently facing any challenge in plant maintenance process due to manual activity? It is on your screen. The question poll is on your screen. The second is, would you like to have 15 minutes dedicated discussion with Crave team to know more about plant maintenance automation? And third is this webinar is helpful to you, and if you suggest any addition in the webinar so that we can uh, make it more user specific or as per the your requirements. So these are about the question poll. I wanted to take you quickly through the Q&A session. So there are Ashish, there are few questions in Q&A. Mr. Raj, he uh, is looking for the solution on for repeated breakdown. Is there any option to reopen the previous order? For major rectifications, can we release the equipment for operation by doing interim rectification? Ashish, could you?
Yes. So
Yeah.
for like for the specific right now in the dashboard screen, we have the options like MTTR, MTBR, and where you will get like which equipment is I mean so frequently getting the breakdown. And if for that if the breakdown is already raised and you want to check like past orders for the repeated breakdown, so you can see the past orders as well. But if the order is technically completed and order is closed, so all if you are using the costing modules and other things, so all things are already set. So you can't reopen that specific order again. But yes, for the newly generated order, you can do the activity. But with this newly generated order, you can see the history of the that specific order. So past order you can check.
Okay. I hope Raj, this has answered your question. Um, so there is another question, Ashish. It's how work permit can be taken before starting the order? Any integration with work clearance management process? Okay, do we have? Yeah.
Yeah, so in this application, so in the demo right now I have not shown the permit, but like for the breakdown or preventive, if your like work permit is required, so yes, that functionality is available where before releasing the order, user has to approve the permit, and based on the approval only, it will allow to start the work. So that provision is available, and yes, this application can be integrated with the WCM as well.
Okay, great. So there is one question from Hiren Jani. Are you having functionality daily job allocation to maintain or maintenance execution team?
Yeah. So like functionality daily job allocation. So right now if you have business owner, the business owner will have the specific block access. So those will provide like when the equipment is available for the maintenance, and those orders which are available for the maintenance and approved or released by the business team, that will display to the supervisor or planner. And based on the availability of the technician, so by using that supervisor application, the supervisor will assign the work to the technicians. So that job allocation available.
Okay, okay. So there was another question from him, how equipment safety permit issue are handled.
Yeah, so for the equipment permit, so like suppose if you are doing the maintenance like preventive or calibration, and if the safety permits are already available in your system, so if it is configured for the equipment level, so the same thing will be available in the mobile app, and it will be available for the approval. Like if you have the hierarchy, so we have the separate app for the approval where user can do the safety permit approval, and then only the system will allow to start the work.
Yeah, good. So and another one more question was there. This whether two teams can work on single order like electrical and mechanical.
So like in case of the preventive maintenance, in the same checklist, you have the checkpoints like electrical and mechanical. So for one of the client, we have provided a solution like if you have the person with the mechanical, so at the work center level in operation, we are displaying the only work center checkpoints to that person. And the same order will be available on another tablet for the electrical person, and he will get the specific checkpoint. So yes, that provision is available.
That is possible. Yes, right. And there was another question by Mr. Raj, how can do predictive maintenance, and can you give the example of that? So I think you.
Yeah, so
Right.
like for the predictive maintenance, there is a separate SAP module for the PDMS. So like where we can do the FMEA and analysis of this each equipment, and based on that there is like sensors are available and SAP cloud services are available. So for the equipments for which you want to do the like predictive maintenance, so for those equipment that sensors will be available, and based on that points, so we can do the predictive maintenance of the specific equipments.
Okay. Yeah, great. So about offline functionality, Ashish, there was question from Prakash. So how offline work get permitted from function to function or a hierarchy?
Yeah, so like offline, if you are using the technician application and all the persons who are providing the approval, those are in the plant only, and like business user or supervisor. So that time user can do in the offline on tablet only. But if user is sitting in different locations, then yes, user need to be in the online, and Fury application will be available where in the mobile or from laptop user can do the approval.
Okay. Okay. Yep. So there were two questions from Mr. Piyush. One is how the job allocation is done and how the mapping done for maker checker.
Maker checker, yeah. So like for the job allocation, so as I explained, like in the application we have one separate role like supervisor, where supervisor can see the list of orders which are available for the maintenance, and whenever user will select those orders, there will be option like assign to. So at the type of assign to, it will display the list of available technicians, and the user can assign the work to the specific technician. Those orders user can assign to the technicians. Then for the maker and checker, yes, so we have solution for that. Like suppose you have some persons as a maker, so in our solution we are assigning the role as a maker, and if that person is like reviewed by our checker, so we are assigning the reviewed role to that the checker person. So that provision is available in the solution itself.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. So Ashish, there is one more question by Mr. Azruddin to how to insert the checklist in SAP, and is it one-time activity prior to implementing the system or it is a repetitive?
Yeah, so like checklist is the standard process, standard available functionality. This will be the one-time activity as a part of the master data. So whenever we will configure or implement the process, so that time for the equipment or general checklist, task list, we can create in the system, and based on the scheduling, all the orders will be available. So automatically the checkpoints will be display in the tablet. So yes, this is a one-time activity.
Okay. And he has another question. Should the technicians be given access to Fury for uh, typing in the checklist or any other method available?
Yeah, so for typing the checklist, like standard process, like planner or the owner of that specific maintenance activity will will do the like checklist creation and other thing. But the role of the technician will be just capture the observations. Like for this point, my observation is okay or not okay. So that provision will be available. So it is configurable. So based on your requirement, we can provide the access to the technicians.
Okay, good. So there are a couple of things again Mr. Piyush has asked. One first is whether it is a Fury app. Yes. Then is any material request possible through app and how the outage booked through app?
Okay. So yes, so material we have options like equipment bomb and whatever the material is available. So if you are doing the maintenance of specific equipment, you can add the material or spare part required for that, and based on that the reservation number will generate. And also we have added recently the functionality of material issue, which currently the like warehouse team is doing Migo and something, so that we have added in the mobile app. So that one is available. And if how the outage, so outage right now this one is not available, but yeah, we are planning for it.
Okay, good. Yeah. And there are a few questions from audit trail point of view. What component we can see in audit trail?
Yeah, so in the audit trail, if user is doing the change, like if user is doing the transactional activity, if user is starting the work, so in the audit trail, user will get the status, which was the last status and which new status user has sent, and the user ID. So based on the user ID, it will display the name of the user, then date and time. So all these details will capture.
And can we change maintenance report after the completion? So these all both things Mr. Raj had asked.
So maintenance report, it depends, but yeah, so currently like if whatever the data you are captured from the mobile, so that will be updated to the system, and in the from the system, whatever the data is available, the report is displaying. So generally as an audit point of view, the system will not allow to change the data. But yeah, if you have like specific requirement or scenario where you want to change, so that provision we can add it. But currently we don't have that type of solution. Ki user will not change the data which user has captured from the mobile.
Okay, okay. And there is one more question. Is there any pop-up alarms in maintenance module for parts replacement after maturity of life?
Yeah, yes. So that one right now not available, but yes, we as a part of a configurable we can add. If we are using the equipment bomb, and for that bomb, based on the date, if some spare part is not available or some part is overdue or something, so that time before starting the maintenance, we can display some alarm.
Okay, okay. And can we change the maintenance report and calibration report after completion? Yes, we have covered that. So there are few more questions, Ashish, in a chat,
Chat box. Yeah.
in chat box also. So the first is how to assign orders to different engineers. Is list maintained somewhere or synced it from SAP? Mr. Pankaj wants to know this.
Yeah, so if you have all the SAP users, for all the technicians, if you are using the SAP IDs, so that time, yes, so technician list as a SAP IDs will be available at the time of the assignment.
Okay, okay. And there is another question for repeated breakdown. Is there any option to reopen the preventive or so previous order? For major rectification, can we release the
Uh,
equipment from operation by doing it? I think this we have covered, right?
Sir, it is, yeah, we have covered this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm just checking, is there anything is missed out from so there is one question from Mr. Brijesh, how this application is different from PM module in SAP?
Yeah, so if PM module, yes, so we are using the PM module only, SAP part. But here, like in the PM module, like SAP, we have to do the activity in the paperwork, and again, then user has to enter the activity. And in this application, user will get the dashboard, which is not available as a standard in the SAP. So these are the some features of the mobile applications which are available.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, thank you. And there is one more question from Vijaya. Is that is this whether this app is add-on or to SAP or it's standalone? So yes, it's add-on to SAP, right? It can we can provide standalone application also, right? For non SAP users. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So there is one more question, Ashish, from Mr. Chintan. How work permit can be taken before starting the order? Any integration with work clearance management process?
Sir, we have answered this question, I think.
Sorry, there
Yes.
are probably there are repetitive from both places. Okay. How order will go for the approval to supervisor?
Yeah, so for the approval to the supervisor based on the system status, and we have the feature in the mobile which is configured for the user status level. So based on the user status of that specific order, we can display the specific orders to the supervisor, or if there is any checker, reviewer, so that we can display.
Okay, great. And there was also a query from Mr. Arun. He wants to know the SAP license compliance. So can you explain on SAP to see maintenance application licensing? I mean, how?
Yeah, so for licensing part, if you are using SAP and if you have the current SAP users, so yes, the same users we can use. And whatever the cost related to the like mobile applications as a part of a license, that only you have to do.
Okay, okay. Uh, how predictive analysis of machine done using IoT data? So we can, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah, so for the predictive analysis, so for that we have the like separate system where the whole data is available, and we have the dashboard where for each equipment, if the IoT or IoTs or sensors are available, so based on the frequency like 10 seconds or 1 minute, so data is coming from the sensor to the system and it is available in the database. And we have like for each equipment based on the manufacturer, we have like graph. So if the vibration is more or something, so that time it denotes and it sends the notification or triggering the mail. So from the that IoT to the mobile application or to the end user.
Okay,
Yeah, Murli.
okay. Yeah, I think there is one more question in mobile application. Is there any functionality where in case connectivity breaks, which sync take place on available once and the sync is taking place after availability of network? So it's about the offline functionality, right? I think we have addressed this. So anything else is there, Paresh, or we should close this? I hope
Yes,
we have
sir.
covered. Everybody,
Sir, we have some questions. If we go, there is one question from Vinayak, like predictive maintenance is artificial intelligence enabled.
Yeah, so this is the part of the SAP. So like for that intelligence, artificial intelligence and IoT is enabled for that. So for that the separate licensing for that from the SAP, if that services are available, so yes, so predictive maintenance can be possible for the organization.
yeah,
And
yeah. So
there
in
is one
fact,
question. There
I
is a
am typing the our common ID also here. Uh, Crave contact at craveinfotech.com. So if any queries or further queries are there, we can definitely take those queries and we will connect on one-to-one. I think in fact we have shared it over here to all. Uh, we will get back to you on the one-to-one discussion because we will be keeping in touch with you. You will receive all recording of this webinar and then we will connect further. So I think with this, we will close this webinar. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining this webinar and look forward to connect you further. Thank you so much.